guys. It worked for first time today. Woo! Happy New Year's. If you're celebrating, awesome. You don't have to watch this right now. You can watch this whenever you want. It's a sweet thing. End of the year. Woo. So first we'll do our book review. And this was an audiobook I listened to. It's called Stirring the Pot by Jenny McCarthy. I had the book for a while, and I just listened to the audiobook, and I give this 4 stars. It was hilarious. I loved it from beginning to end. It was only 4 hours, so it wasn't bad. I always liked her, so she has a great voice, and it was just funny because she did a lot of top 10 lists in this. Oh my god, so funny. So like I said, I enjoyed it. She gives advice throughout. Like her recipe for success, her recipe for love, her recipe. So it was cute. And there are actual recipes in there. A few, I think 1 or 2. I don't think I'll make them, but there are recipes in there. So yes, I enjoyed it immensely. Especially the Red Scare. Top 10, and how you're getting old. So a few of them were very, very slow. I was driving, so definitely worth looking into for listening to, or even reading it. But I think it's better to listen to because it's hilarious just listening to her talk. She makes the cutest noise. So it's Stirring the Pot by Jenny McCarthy, and I gave this 4 stars. Okay. This was book 212 that I finished this year. So I went over my goal by 2 books. So I'm not going to put my goal next year too high. So I'm only going to go to 215 next year. So my goal to read for 2021 is to read 215 books. Before I say about my other challenge, I do want to show you this awesome book I got today from the library. It's called Fangs by Sarah Anderson. She wrote Sarah Scribbles. All right. Before I get into my other challenge for next year, I do, on the comments on this, I will leave the whole 212 I finished this year, including just audiobook I finished. Now I made my top 5. It was hard. It was hard to pick my top 5 for 2020, but here you go. All right. So, not in any particular order. My first choice is Scythe by Neil Shusterman. The whole series is amazing. But the book itself is a great book. I loved it. I was addicted to it, all 3 books. But definitely worth a read. Number 2, and I wrote them down. I'm just trying to figure out in my head what I wrote down. Poisoned, which was a recent one by, I think it was Jennifer. Let me see here. Jennifer Donnelly. That was like this past month, I think I did it. Amazing twist on Snow White. I loved it. Good book. This year I started listening to audiobooks for the first time. I've never listened to audiobooks before, and it's all nonfiction. I don't listen to fiction because I have to pay attention with fiction. So my favorite audiobook, which is number 3, is The Bassoon King by Rainn Wilson. I love him because I am a huge Office fan, and he was my favorite character on The Office, so I love listening to him. It was a hilarious book, and I enjoyed it. And it's probably one of my favorite audiobooks. Second runner-up would have been Dear Girls by Ali Wong, but The Bassoon King by Rainn Wilson, number 3, my top 5. Number 4, the reason why I picked this is because I was never into poetry, but when I read her first book this year, it was so... I had a lot of feelings for it. It resonated with me, and it's called... I wrote it down, I forget it. Break Your Glass Slippers by Amanda Lovelace. And she had other 3 or 4 books after that I read it first. So, amazing poetry, and I loved it. Finally, number 5 is Little Fires Everywhere by Selesnik. I enjoyed it. It was a great book. I loved the characters, and then when they made the TV show of it, it was very close to the book. So, it was just one of my top 5. So, all right. that's my top 5. I will put the whole list of 212 in the comments on this. Okay, so my new challenge for next year, almost forgot. I am doing an alphabet of my library first that I have here at the house. Alphabet of the author's last name. If by some weird chance I select all small, I randomly, and I do it randomly. So I count how many books I have I do the random number generator, and then I read the book. As long as it's not like part of a series that's number 12. Like if I get to the H's and it's Laurel K. Hamilton and it's number 23, I can't do that. I'll have to repick another book. But if they're skinny books and I get them done quickly, I'll do an alphabet of my library wish list, which I have at least 400, 500 books in that wish list. Crazy, I know. So I did randomly pick my A book, which I'm going to start tomorrow. And I want to show you guys. It's going to be the case book. Yeah, the case book of Victor Frankenstein by Peter Ackroyd. So I'm excited because I've had this for years in my library. And I'm excited to read it because I love it. If you don't know, I love a lot of Frankenstein books. I'm actually getting one from the library soon, which is about the great-great-granddaughter of Mary Shelley. So, fiction, of course. So I'm excited about reading this. And this is, I am doing all fiction for my challenge, not nonfiction. So this is all nonfiction from my library I have here at the house. So I'm excited to read this. So that'll be starting tomorrow. All right. That's it. That's basically it in a nutshell for 2020. Oof, what a year. Yeah. I was trying to think of anything else I missed. No. Okay. So I'm happy I reached my goal. I'm excited about the new year coming up with my goal, my challenge. Yeah. And excited for new books coming out next year. That I'm looking forward to reading the last of the Ransom Rig series of Peculiar Children series by Carolyn Kepnes. A new Dinkus is coming out, which makes me happy. I already have a whole library, and of course, a Kristen Hanna book is coming out new. So, looking forward to the new books coming out. Oh, of course, the Charlene Harris Gunner next book is coming out. So, super duper excited about the new books coming out next year. And I know you guys are probably looking forward to more reviews of mine with Jake here. And maybe eventually his brother will join us just for one, just introduce him and you can watch him move around and I don't even have to put my hands on him. Yes, he's the movable. I think I called him Mark. Did we name him Mark? I know it was the M word. Anyway, I'll probably bring him on the next one. Okay. Well, everybody, have a safe New Year's night tonight if you are partying hard and don't drive drunk. Yeah, and have a great New Year's Eve. And see you all in 2021. Have a great New Year. Bye, guys.